Inconsistent men. What are they thinking? What are they doing? I'm a fine ass woman. He's pulling away. He's pulling this bullshit. He's giving me mixed signals. What do I do, Elliot? Here's the thing, ladies. When you're talking to an inconsistent man, a lot of the times I already think it is doomed. Now, I hate saying that because if you want to get a session with me, links down below. Of course, you know we can talk and figure out what we can do or why he's doing what he's doing. But you have to understand I guess when a lot of people look at inconsistency, they're looking at him being inconsistent. They're not looking at the why, the previous, like the pre-inconsistent time, right? And what I mean by this is there's a reason why he's doing it. And it's usually one of three or maybe all three reasons. A lack of attraction or different pages, like he's not sure what he wants. Multiple women in the picture, so he might go on a date with you, then the next day he might be entertaining another girl, so he doesn't contact you as much, and then he comes back around, stuff like that. And third, probably the most important one, is he feels he can do it and get away with it, basically taking you for granted. It's not like he's doing it on purpose. Well, he is doing it on purpose, but it's a horrible tactic just to be like, hey, I'm just going to be inconsistent to piss her off and get her to like me more. That's not really a thing, guy. I know you all think that is. That's not really a thing guys think, but it's more of it's for the other two reasons I mentioned. Like, a guy's going to take you for granted, and if he does and he's inconsistent with his investment, well, he probably has a lack of attraction or entertaining something elsewhere. But you're giving a guy a lot of signs that he can pull this behavior, do this bullshit, and get away with it. So if you're giving him more chances than he deserves, it's obvious you like him a lot more than he likes you. You say you're not talking to anybody else, even if he's saying that. Don't believe him. You're hooking up with him. Even if you hook up with him and you're like, oh, I usually don't do this types. Like, okay, he got you, right? Like, whatever. He just F's up a lot on his end, but he still has a chance. That's a good indicator that a guy's eventually going to take you for granted down the road. Now, here's the problem. When a guy is inconsistent, ladies, it's always best for women to call it out and try to fix it first. Of course, I never want to tell my clients. People think I just tell my clients to take a hike with the guy. Like, oh, this guy's emotionally unavailable, which I do say a lot. The guy is emotionally unavailable. But I don't ever say take a hike. I like to break it down and help you understand why you're in the situation you're in, what we can do to change it if we can, his mindset and stuff like that. So again, if you're interested in a session, links down below. I would love to help you on your situation. We deep dive into it, okay? Things that you probably don't even realize are going on. But to make that change is very hard to do because, let me back up a little bit what I was going to say. I always tell women to first communicate the inconsistency, the problem at hand. Try to fix it, like whatever. I don't ever want to tell people just to cut them off. Try to fix it, and then but if you don't fix it, if you can't fix it, or he's good for a week and then it goes back to his behavior, whatever it is time to let it go. And the reason for that is if you don't, it goes back to what I previously said about giving him signs that's okay to take you for granted, ladies. You have to understand, you have to let this guy go, because if you don't, the amount of effort, if you're okay, so the only other option, I'm all over the place now. If you're the only other option of not letting him go is to try to fix it. But the fact that you're sticking around trying to fix it is only creating this cycle of letting him know, yeah, that's my bitch, I fucking got her, she ain't going nowhere, right? And the gap for you or for him to go from here inconsistent to very consistent is almost impossible when I have a woman who is enabling me to be the way I am, right? To where I don't have to reflect and grow and become that person you're wanting me to. Why? I don't have to. You're showing me, you're providing me the fact that I could be this way and you're not fucking going anywhere. Why would I respect your time if you don't respect your own, right? Let me repeat that. That's a pretty good one. Why would I respect your time if you don't respect your own? And I tell my clients this all the time. They'll be like, oh, I don't like guys wasting my time. I'm like, what the fuck you talking? I say this in my head. I don't tell them this. I'm like, the fuck you talking about? You wasting your own time. This guy's a joke. This guy's a joke. And they have no good reason of justifying, well, I like the guy. Okay, well, the guy doesn't like you. Well, yeah, but then why doesn't he just leave? Why don't you just leave? The guy doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no good justification for it. Now, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I agree. A guy should take a hike, and I think a woman should be like, dude, get the F out of here with that shit. Like, but I know it's easier said than done. But I think you would all agree where I'm coming from. If a guy is inconsistent, to me, that is a clear sign it's not going to turn into a relationship. That's a prerequisite. That's not something you should negotiate. That's not something that's up in the air. That's grounded. Things that you shouldn't negotiate are your time, meaning like you can give a guy your time, but I mean like he can't waste it. He has to be consistent. So time, consistency, him courting you, him taking you on dates, like things like that. But when a woman has to ask a guy to ask her out, or a woman has to ask a guy when she's going to see him, or when a woman has to call a guy out for being inconsistent or not hearing from him in several days, that guy does not deserve another chance. The fact that you're giving him another chance is what this whole video is about. It's like, what are you doing? And then you wonder why you're in the situation you're in. But again, if you want to talk more about this, or by the way, if you want to get my guides, I have 9 guides, absolutely free. Links down below. 9 guides to talk about all this type of stuff. Okay? Or you want to get a session with me, just click the links down below. I would love to work with you or give you these guys for free. Ladies, I love you all. Take care and peace.